Good morning and welcome to Backyard and Beyond. This morning we're talking with Chuck Ain and we're going to talk about Christmas trees. Good morning to you, Chuck.
Good morning, Levon.
Well, the Lions have been selling Christmas trees for a long time. Do you have any idea how many years?
I believe they sold them 40 years ago.
All right. That's a lot of Christmas trees.
We're in our third location.
Yes, and that's one of the things we really want to remind people of. I hope they've been finding you, but if not, where are you this year?
Well, our old lot, our shed is still there, but I've got a sign on the shed, and it says we have moved to Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee had been after us for years, asking if we'd come out there and sell trees at their place because they didn't particularly want to. And nobody else in the area is selling live trees anymore, so we moved out there.
Sounds like a wonderful location to me. You have lots of parking, for one thing.
Yes, we
well,
do.
Unless there's too many people buying groceries.
True.
But then they can buy a tree at the same time. And I don't know. It seems to me that the trees are kind of easier to see. Am I right or wrong about that? You know, that you've got this whole line of space you can use.
It is. It's a really nice location, and of course the snow removal.
Yeah.
When we get snow, will be great. Last year was a miserable winter out in our old lot, plugging through that snow. So
yeah,
this will be so much better.
Yeah, you probably had snow over your heads out
Oh,
there
we
by the
did.
time you cleaned it out. And I understand you have your little shed where you can kind of warm up, and that's kind of heated for you too.
Oh yes, a brand new shed. Jim Zelmer and his elves, lion elves, built it, and it's a beautiful little shed. Keeps us nice, toasty warm.
Okay, so it just sounds like it's ideal, and it sounds like you're going to be doing that for a while. Since Hy-Vee's been wanting you to come, I'm guessing you're going to be there next year too.
As well as it's working out, I believe we will.
Okay,
yes.
But we're talking about this. You've been selling trees since when?
The Friday after Thanksgiving we started.
Okay, so you've been selling them for a while. You still have some.
We still have some. We're over half done though, so people that need to get a tree need to come and get it while there's a good selection.
Absolutely. What are your hours?
We are open from 10 o'clock in the morning till 7:30 at night, except on Sunday. We open at 1 o'clock and close at 7:30. We're closed for church then. But if somebody comes after hours, Hy-Vee will sell them a tree too, and all the money comes back to the Lions.
All right, so another plus for this location. Yes. And very important, you mentioned this, the money goes to Lions. I want to talk a little more about the trees, and then I want to talk a little bit about Lions too.
Okay.
Where do the trees come from?
They come from Wisconsin. They're cut the week before we get them. Last year they were cutting them as they were loading them on. They weren't prepared enough, evidently, so they're very fresh trees.
Yeah, and that's very helpful.
Yes.
Do you give people any ideas and advice on how to keep this tree in good shape?
Well, the important thing is to cut just a little bit off the bottom of the tree and get them into water as soon as you can, because they will take up water and it'll keep them fresh longer.
Mm-hmm. And it's surprising how much water they can.
Oh, it certainly is.
Yeah, you don't want to just check every couple days. You got to keep checking, and
especially if the dog is drinking out of the tree stand also.
And let's hope your cat doesn't climb into it and knock it over. I think that happens occasionally too. So you've been dealing with this company for a long time. How many different kinds of trees? What kinds of trees do you have?
We have Scotch pine, white pine, and Fraser firs. The Scotch pine and the white pine are the longer needle trees and are a little bit shorter. The Fraser firs are the short needle, really full and really tall trees.
Okay, so if you have a high ceiling, that's probably the kind of thing you
Yes,
you
it's the most popular of our trees.
Oh, interesting. And tree, I haven't had a real tree for a while. I'm going, I really want a tree because they smell so good. There's just something special about that tree that's been out there in the woods.
Oh, that smell is beautiful, and you can buy scented candles and sprays and everything, but it does not compare with the smell of a real tree.
Absolutely not. Let's talk a little bit about Lions. You've been a member for a while.
3 years.
Okay, so you're sort of new at it, but you just jump right in and help. What have you learned about Lions that you say this is a good organization?
Well, even before I joined Lions, I just moved here my wife and I, a little over 3.5 years ago. I knew that they were an organization for eyes, and that's really all I knew about it.
But that's one of the most important things, I think, Chuck.
It is one of the most important. We do help a lot with the corneal transplants, moving corneas to Iowa City where they can be used. We do a lot with the Leader Dog program. There's a Leader Dog in Atlantic because of our Lions organization. And there was the lady that got the iris prosthetic.
Karen Hunter, yes. Yes,
because of the Lions.
Yes, yes.
And we also work with hearing aids.
Yes.
And eyeglasses. We provide eyeglasses to people all over the world because that's what Lions is about. The eyeglasses, old-use eyeglasses, are collected. They are cleaned, repaired. The lenses are checked for the prescription, and then they go out to optometrists all over the world to be put on people that just can't afford them.
Where are the glasses collected in the area? Where can we drop them off? I just found 3 or 4 pair at home. I'm going, okay, now where is it I need to drop these off at?
There's collection boxes around. There's one in Hy-Vee, backed by customer service, and you can contact any Lions member and give them your glasses. The Walmart chain is collecting eyeglasses and sending, and I'm not sure where they go to the Lions, but they also send them.
And do you collect hearing aids also?
Yes, we do, because they can be repaired and refitted for somebody else.
Okay. So, and one other thing I think of, and maybe you've not helped with this, is checking the, like preschoolers, checking their eyes. And
Kid sight.
Yes.
Yes.
I just think that's a wonderful service, because if you can catch those problems early, what a difference that makes in the learning of, that a child can do.
Yes, we have a special camera that can take a picture of the back of a child's eye, and we can catch those problems long before they get into school and before they develop into a major problem that can't be repaired.
Easy to, well, I guess you got to get the child to sit still.
Yes.
But in terms of, it's not harmful to the child. They don't have to. You don't have to touch the child, as I understand.
No.
You just get them to sit still for a second, and boom, it's done.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, not invasive at all. So that's another wonderful service. So yeah, I think think Lions, think eyes, and you've got the major part covered. They do lots of other things internationally. You mentioned.
Yes, it's the largest service organization in the world, with 1.3 to 1.5 million members worldwide. And even in Atlantic, we have planted trees out at the Wickman Center. We have the little one-room schoolhouse out at the park, and we've done a lot of different things around the city.
Yes, you have fundraisers, you're always giving money to this and that. So, yeah, it's a very community-centered organization,
Yes.
as well as being out there internationally. Chuck, this may put you on the spot. I want to go back to Christmas trees. What's a favorite memory of yours related to Christmas tree?
My folks ran a grocery store when I was just a little tyke in Harcourt, Iowa, which is south of Fort Dodge. And at that time, it was a balsam tree, and that was the only trees that I can remember ever seeing. There weren't many branches. It was a short needle tree. They're really skimpy. I mean, it didn't take many lights or many decorations to put on it. But to me, that has always been a Christmas tree. I mean, you can see right through them. There are so few branches, but that, to me, was always the Christmas
and now
tree.
we call that a Charlie Brown tree, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Yes.
But then it was a Chuck Ain tree,
I think it was.
Oh, that's wonderful. And people have told me too that they go out even now sometimes and cut those cedar trees. I'm going, I don't know about those. They're kind of smelly. But anyhow, whatever. I guess a Christmas tree is important to people, and lots of people have a lot of memories. So
yes,
that's
they certainly
great.
do.
That's great. Okay, remind us again where and when we can buy a Christmas tree.
Okay, in front of the Hy-Vee grocery store, and it's
In Atlantic,
in Atlantic, yes, in Atlantic, and the hours are during the week, Monday through Saturday. It's 10 o'clock in the morning to 7:30 at night. And on Sunday, it's 1 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay. We want to thank you very much, Chuck Ain, for coming in to visit with us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
Till next time, here's the thought. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of another.